All right, so, man, we've been going back and forth on Facebook for a couple of weeks, and I got a massive coyote problem. So we decided to come up from Coshocton, and we're going to be following him around. He's going to show us how to trick these old coyotes. He was just telling us a great story about what coyotes do and not to overthink it. Talk about that.
I mean, your coyotes have the same perception of things as your normal house dog. You give them a bone, they'll go bury it. They find anything that sticks out, any type of structure that sticks out, that's their go-to. Even if you don't see the tracks, you just kind of think of what sticks out to you. You got a huge field, open field or something, you find something that stands out to you, and it's really simple. Everybody just thinks way too hard about trapping coyotes.
Tucker, how did you get into trapping? Like, what made you want to get into it?
When I was real young, probably 7, my brother used to take me all the time, and he don't do it much anymore. I've just stuck with it. Finally, the last few years, I've really dug my heels in and went all in. I do it a lot. I do nuisance work. I trap for big deer leases, but it's like Christmas morning every day. I don't know what's out there, and it does. It helped me be a better hunter. I learned to study the animals more than just, okay, I want to go kill this or I want to go trap this, but it's not about that. In the long run, I got to find why they're there, what they're there for, and learn them that way.
As a deer hunter, that makes complete sense. In the area that we're going, you can't discharge a firearm. So there is a varmint ordinance in the city where we're at, but you know, if you're walking around with a gun in the middle of the daytime trying to shoot coyotes, somebody's going to probably call on you. So I think trapping is a lost art. I think it's going to be a huge asset. And I'll tell you a quick story. One day we had a tornado siren go off, a tornado warning, and I was in a tree stand, and my dad called me. He's like, "Hey, where are you at?" I said, "I'm in a tree stand." He goes, "You idiot, get down, there's a tornado coming." And I thought he was joking. But the siren went off closest to me then, and I heard more coyotes than I've ever heard in my life. So I think what we're going to do is not only help a lot of neighbors' cats and dogs out, but we're going to have a lot of fun and trap a lot of coyotes. You may need to get rid of your SUV and get like an F450 or something.
In most states, you have to have it's regulated on your swivel points on your traps. I almost swear by the Dukes or the MB550s. They're nice. They're almost ready to go out of the box. So we got technically 2 swivel points here and one up top. They run an extra J hook down here that I hook my anchors to. I just hook my anchors on here like this. Take my J hook tool and crimp them shut. They can't come out. They're completely solid. Some guys weld them, but I don't have anything big enough here in Ohio to rip that off, so I'll be okay. I'll drive these down as far as I can get them, even the chain, as much as I can get down the ground. It just helps for a better bed on your trout. And I mean, that's it. These are super simple. I use any type of disposables like these. They're cheap, and most of the time when I'm done, I'll unhook that J hook down there at the bottom and leave this in the ground, and then I can hook my trap to it the next year or the next time I'm on that property.
We'll put a couple more together so we have some while we're down there, and we'll head down that way. What do you need help with? Grabbing? You want me to grab any?
Yeah.
How many you want?
2. I'll never only set one trap.
We can come back. Do we need, you got set and stake and everything? I got mine over there if we need one.
Yeah, I'll probably need it. I got one, but I don't think I have one for those. Not with me.
All right. Dude, all the pumpkins are up here.
Yeah. You want it all the way flat across. You don't want your pants sticking up, nothing like that. You definitely gotta learn to trust your equipment too, because a lot of people are worried to push on them and everything else. But
He's got 6 fingers. I figured you were better than he was.
And that's it. I mean, pretty simple. You see how that's a teardrop shape right there, okay? It's like a teardrop.
Yeah.
So you want your snare to be like that. So the only way to do that, take this real quick. It'll give you more of a loop. Just add some memory in it.
So you're basically making another diversion for them to have to go through it.
Neck it down, you know? Everything you do, just neck it down.
I didn't worry about how far deep we're gonna be able to get this.
Yeah, I'd try to keep these about, you know, a couple inches deep. That way you can work around it if you need to. You know what I mean? If you need to fill it back in or if you need to dig deeper, you can. But I usually try to keep my trap about a ½ inch in under dirt, so.
That ain't coming out. So, if I remember what Mr.
Flip your,
Miyagi did, this thing out,
yep.
put this down in here. I can put it up here so I can get onto it.
This jaw is the only one that has pressure on it. This one can move around freely, okay?
Gotcha. Okay, you're up.
This jaw is the only one that has pressure. This one can move around.
I got you.
And then you just flip this over, push it down, hold that all the way up. And then you just slowly go.
Click, she's live. So we want to try to get that thing stay down in there, right?
Yeah.
The trap will probably hold that down.
Yeah, it should be okay with that. You're out here, it'd be probably just put this on. But you night latch them, so at night you could be out there and you could set the trap without even having to look at it. You can just hear it and know it's set.
That's getting a little spooky.
I start every year, November 10th, our first day, I go out at midnight and start setting.
Looks good to me. Pull a little stink down the hole. It'll be out. Oh. That's some good stuff. Pick up on that. Any other magic that we want to give them?
Yeah, a little bit of that, a little ring burner. Just like so.
All right. It's Christmas Day, and I can't help but think about how many deer we're gonna save this winter. You know, I do believe there's a place for coyotes in the ecosystem, but when they're out of control, it's time to do our part and get them under control. We're gonna save cats and dogs and neighborhood critters this Christmas, so time to feed the deer.